concentration, methods of expressing concentration. Tell me, what are the methods of expressing concentration? Which methods are used? 1. Mass percent. It is W by W percent. It is also called weight percent. 2. Volume percent. V by V percent. 3. Mass by volume percent. Mass by volume percent. W by V percent. 4. Mole fraction, very important. Mole fraction. 5. Molality. 6. Molarity. 7. Normality. 8. Formality. So mole fraction, it is usually denoted by X, and molality, it is denoted by small letter m. Molarity, capital letter M. Normality, capital N. Formality, capital F. So these are the different methods of expressing concentration of the solution. Okay. So a solution concentration can be expressed in terms of any one of this. So first one is mass percent. It is also called weight percent. Tell me, what is the mass percent or weight percent? W by W percentage. So W by W percentage is equals to, it is a mass of the solute or mass of solute or weight of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. So therefore, how do you define weight percent or mass percent? Is the number of, it is number of grams of solute, mass of the solute, right? Number of grams of the solute present in 100 grams of the solution, right? So therefore, see here, these three are similar: mass percent, volume percent, mass by volume percent. So mass percentage, it is a W by, it actually small w by capital W. Small w by small w plus capital W. Okay, capital W. What is a small w? So usually small w represents weight of solute, mass of the solute. So capital W plus small w, solute plus solvent. Therefore, the number of grams of the solute present in 100 grams of the solution. So therefore, definition is the number of grams of solute present in 100 grams of solution, not solvent. 100 grams of the solution. Therefore, solute by solution, not solvent. So therefore, number of grams of solute present in 100 grams of the solution is called, it is a mass percent, or it is also called weight percent. Okay. So therefore, it is a mass of the solute by mass of the solution into 100. Can we write this is in other form? W by W percentage is also equal to mass of the solute. Let us take, it is a small w, mass of the solution, small w plus capital W into 100. So where, what is the small w? Mass of the solute, solute plus solvent, which is equals to solution into 100, right? Then where it is important? Say, usually it is important in problem, particularly they will give question like this: 10 grams of W by W solution, okay, What is the meaning of 10% W by W solution?
10 grams of
So 10% W by W
10 grams
solution means,
90%
what? It means
solute
10 grams of the solute present in 100 grams of the solution, right? 10% means 10 grams of the solute present in 100 grams of the solution. Then 10 grams of the solute present in how many grams of the solvent? 90 grams, because solution is 100 grams, 10 is a solute. So therefore 10% W by W means 10 grams of solute in 100 grams of solution, 100 gram solution over our 90 gram solvent. Okay. So that is the meaning of 10% W by W. If I give 25% W by W solution means what? 25 grams of the solute present in 100 grams of the solution or 75 grams of the solvent, because solute is a 25, solvent must be 75. Okay, so that is the meaning of W by W. Next, second one is volume percent. Okay, tell me, it is similar to W by W. W by W is the number of grams of the solute present in 100 grams of the solution. Then what may be the V by V? V by V is what? The number of milliliter of solute. That is number of grams, no? This is number of grams of solute. Here is the number of milliliter of solute present in 100 milliliter of solution. Same. So therefore, V by V percentage is the number of ml of solute present in 100 ml of solution. Okay. For example, let us take 10% V by V means what? What is the meaning of this? So 10 milliliter of solute present in 100 milliliter of solution or 90 ml of, yes, it means 10 ml of a solute in 100 ml of solution over a 90 ml of solvent. So identifying this is important. Okay, next, third one, W by V, mass by volume percentage. Tell me. So what is mass by volume? So W by V is equals to,
mass of solute
it is a mass of the solute
by volume of solution
divided by volume of,
solution into 100.
yes, solution into 100. Yeah, here not written, no? What is a V by V? V by V percent equal to volume of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. So here also same. Tell me, what is W by V? It is a mass of the solute, the number of grams of solute, right? The number of grams of the solute present in 100 ml of, yes. So here the number of grams of a solute present in 100 grams of a solution. Right. Oh, no, sorry, 100 ml, sorry. Number of grams of solute present in 100 ml of, right? Volume, no. 100 ml of solution. Okay. For example, if I take 10% W by V, it means what? 10 grams of the solute present in, yes, means 10 gram solute in 100 ml of a solution. So this W by V usually it is used in the pharmaceutical preparation. In pharmaceutical preparation, like for example, you might have seen cough syrup, right? Cough syrup or any generally syrups having this unit W by V. Because nodi cough syrups nodi W by the formula kottu W by V equal to kodtare. Means in generally W by V method is used in pharmaceutical preparations, syrups, all medicine syrups, or this method is used, W by V. Next, mole fraction. So what is mole fraction and its units? This was a previous CET question. Tell me, what is the mole fraction? Name itself giving fraction, right? What is the meaning of fraction? Ratio. Okay. So it is the ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all component, right? So therefore, the ratio of number of moles of one component to the number of moles of all the component is called mole fraction. So therefore, the ratio of number of moles of one component to the number of moles of all the component called mole fraction. For example, what is the meaning of number of moles of one component and all component? For that, let us take example. Let us consider Na, Nb, Nc are the number of moles of A, B, and C components. There are three components, A, B, C, three components. So three components moles are Na, Nb, Nc, and their mole fractions are, tell me what we can take. Their mole fractions are, let us take Xa, Xb and Xc respectively. Okay, so therefore we have three component. It means, let us take, this is a beaker. This beaker containing three components, means three components with three substances. What are the three substances? A, B, C. There are three substances. So what is the number of moles of AB? A is a, let us take Na, B is a Nb mole, C is a Nc moles. Now we need to calculate mole fraction. What is the mole fraction of A, mole fraction of B and C? Their mole fractions are taken Xa, Xb, Xc respectively. Now tell me, what is Xa? Mole fraction of A is equals to, it is the number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all the component. One component is what? Which is taken A. And all the component is what? Na plus, Nb plus, NC. That is XA. Similarly, XB. The mole fraction of B is equals to number of moles of B divided by, you will take NT. Total moles. Next, similarly, XC equal to NC by NT. Right? But we also know that the sum of the mole fractions of all the component is always equal to 1. Right? Sum of all, like XA, XB, XC. In this solution, XA, XB, XC, all three together become 1. So therefore, sum of the mole fractions always equal to 1. It means you can take like this XA plus XB plus XC equal to 1. Okay. Now let's see some important questions on this. So in 2012, there was question asked in CET. What is the unit of mole fraction?
No
Tell me. So what is the unit of mole fraction? No unit. Why? See, XA equal to NA by N total. No. It is number of mole. It is also number of mole. Mole by mole. It's cancelled. No. It's actually ratio. It is fraction. So therefore, mole fraction has no units. It has no unit. Right? Next. Okay. Next is one more question. Let us take 10 grams of glucose dissolved in 180 grams of water. 10 grams of glucose dissolved in 180 gram water. What is the mole fraction of glucose and water? Tell me, how do you calculate mole fraction? Here what they have given? Mass given. 10 grams of glucose given, 180 grams of water. Therefore, there are two components. What are the two components? One is a glucose, right? Another is a water. So therefore, let us take W glucose equal to how much? 10 gram. And W water equal to how much? It is a 180 gram. It is given in question. Now what you have to find out? We need to find out what is the mole fraction. So to calculate mole fraction, what we have to calculate first? Number of moles. Because to calculate mole fraction, number of moles divided by total number of moles. So we have to calculate number of moles first. Tell me. So how do you calculate number of mole? To calculate number of mole, there are three formulas. Yesterday we have studied. One, weight formula, number formula, volume formula. Right? So what is the weight formula? Weight mass by gram molecular mass. Very good. Next, what is the number formula? Number of particles divided by Avogadro number of particles. One more is volume formula. Volume of the gas at STP divided by 22,400. Therefore, here mass given. Sometime number of particle may give. Sometime volume also be given. So therefore, since it is a mass given, tell me, I want to calculate X glucose is equals to 10 by 180. The molecular mass of glucose is 180. Right? So therefore, you'll get here. Next is here. Sorry. N it is. Number of moles of glucose. Here number of moles of water. Okay. N water equal to, it is 180 divided by 18. This is 10. Here what do you get? 1 by 18. So it is 1 by 18. Now we need to calculate X glucose. X glucose equals to 1 by 18. What is 1 by 18? ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ 0.55 ಬರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ.
Fraction
ಹ್ಞೂ
cancel.
ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ನು. ಸೊ ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ 1/18 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ, ಟೆಲ್ ಮೀ, 10 ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1/18. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್. ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ 0.055 ಬರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ.
1/181.
1/, what is answer?
1/181.
Tell me in decimal. X glucose equal to Hmm. 0.00 na? Okay. 0.005. Then what about X water? 1 minus 0.005. You need not to calculate. Sum of the mole fraction is always equal to 1, no? Right. Okay, next, one more question. Written. The weight percentage of sodium hydroxide, aqueous sodium hydroxide solution is 15. Calculate the mole fraction of water and sodium hydroxide. You need to calculate mole fraction of sodium hydroxide, mole fraction of water. But what they have given? W by W. Right. So here W by W is equals to given 15%, right? So what is the meaning of W by W 15? It means solute. What is the solute here? No, sodium hydroxide and water, which is solute, which is solvent. Sodium hydroxide is a solute. Of course, water is a solvent. So therefore, it means 15 grams of sodium hydroxide dissolved in where? 100 grams of solution. But we want solvent, no? Water. So what is the water? 85 gram of water. Finish. Mass of the sodium hydroxide 15 and mass of the water is 85. Then calculate number of moles. N sodium hydroxide equal to 15 by 40. Next, N number of moles of water equal to 85 by 18. Right, we'll get number of moles here, number of moles. You can calculate mole fraction. So by giving weight percentage, they expect a mole fraction. 0. N sodium hydroxide equal to 0.3. N water equal to 0.3.
4.6.
4.6. So therefore, can you calculate x NaOH equal to 0.3 by 0.3 plus 4.6 and x water equal to 1 minus x NaOH. You calculate. Okay. 0. Which one? This one? 0.06 x NaOH. Correct? Huh? So what is 1 minus x? 1 minus 0.06. 0.994 or 9 and 4?
10 minus 6. 4.
No, it is 0.06, no? 0.94 ಬರುತ್ತಾ 0.994 94, okay. Okay, next there was another question from this. Now what is the effect of temperature on mole fraction? When temperature increases or decreases, so what happened mole fraction? Any changes? So no changes, because you see number of moles. So by changing temperature, number of moles does not change, right? So therefore, since number of moles does not change, mole fraction does not change. Therefore, temperature has no effect on mole fraction. Okay? So there is no effect of temperature. Effect of temperature on mole fraction. Okay? So these are the some previously appeared question in this. Next is molality, right? Molality, small m. Tell me, what is molality? Molarity different, molality different. Molality is the number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent. Molality, number of moles of solute present in 1 kg of solvent, not solution. So therefore, it is number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent, called molality. Right. So therefore, molality is denoted by small m. It is number of moles of solute. Generally, solute denoted by B. Solvent is a. Solute 2, solvent 1. Okay. So generally, solute is denoted with B or 2. Solvent is usually 1, that is A. Okay, therefore NB. So number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent. So solvent is a WA. It should be in kg. So therefore NB by WA. Where what is a WA? A is a solvent. W is what? Weight of solvent. It should be in kilogram. Right. So therefore, tell me, what are the units of this?
Mole.
It is a mole, it is a kilogram. Therefore, mole per kg. Yes or no? Mole per kilogram. Next, one more question. So what is the effect of temperature on this molality? So molality also has no effect of temperature. Temperature does not affect. Why? See, generally, now where we study effect of temperature? usually on volume. That means on changing temperature, increasing, decreasing temperature, which will change usually volume. Right? On increasing temperature, volume is increases. Increasing temperature, yes or no? PV equal to nRT. Right? In PV equal to nRT equation, what is the relation between temperature and volume? Directly proportional. So as the temperature increases, volume increases. Right? As the temperature increases, pressure also increases. Right? Therefore, generally temperature has effect on pressure and volume. So therefore, now tell me, in this formula, it is a number of moles, means weight by molecular weight, it is weight only. It is what? It is weight. That means since in this formula all are mass terms. So therefore, since all our mass terms are there, mass terms, weight terms does not depends on what? Temperature. Therefore important, it was question appeared previously in CET, it has no unit, like similar to mole fraction. No unit of course. Sorry, no effect, not unit. No effect of temperature. Okay, unit is there. Sorry. Okay. Right. Next. Now still you can simplify this formula. Molality also equal to, tell me, it is NB. NB is what? It is WB by MB. So where WB equal to weight of solute, MB equal to weight of molecular weight of solvent, then solute, okay, into 1 divided by WA grams, sorry, in kilograms. Next, even you can take in grams, WB by MB into 1000 divided by WA, it should be in grams. So this is very commonly using formula to calculate molality. Okay, take one simple question. Take one question. 3 grams of acetic acid, 3 grams of acetic acid present in 3 grams of acetic acid present in 180 grams of water. 180 grams of water. Not 180, you take 250 grams of water. 250 grams of water. Calculate molality. So 3 grams of acetic acid present or dissolved in 250 grams of water. So therefore, tell me where, what is the WB, what is MB? 3 grams of acetic acid, no, it is solute, right? So what is the solute? WB. So what is WB equal to? 3 grams. Next, MB, the molar mass of acetic acid is 60, right? Urea 60, even acetic acid also 60 grams per mole. Next, 250 grams of water. What is the 250? WA, weight of solvent. How much it is? 250. So therefore, can you substitute all this and calculate? So molality is equals to, tell me, 3 by 60 into 1000 divided by 250. So 1s are 4s are, it is
1 by 5.
0.
Point
0.2 mole per kg. Mole per kg, no, unit. Mole per kg.
grams.
Mole per gram. Weight by molecular weight. What is this? Mole only.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ gram ಅಂತ
That's what. This is gram. This is gram. Mass by molar mass. Nothing but mole alva.
1000 by 25 grams.
1000 by.
1 gram.
Okay. We have converted in grams, no. But units you can take. This is kilogram. Even if you take nothing in grams, also nothing wrong. You can take grams. Mass unit, no.
Mole per gram we can take.
Mole per gram you can take. But what is the definition of molality? Number of moles of solute present in 1 kg of solvent. We should convert for 1 kg. That kg I have taken gram. This is gram, this is gram I have converted. But as per the definition, it should be 1 kg, no? That's what this unit can be used. No, it is SI unit, no? What is the wrong taking kg? SI unit, no? SI unit, no?
250 gram.
Okay, understood. We have taken 250 gram, 250 gram. Your question is, why can't you take gram, mole per gram? This mole is SI unit. Take SI unit. That's it. Okay, next. One more question. The weight percentage of urea in aqueous solution is is 20%, means 20. Calculate its molality. So here weight percent given, W by W equal to given 10%, 20%. Tell me. So here you need to analyze. So W by W equal to 20 means, so what is the meaning of this?
20 grams.
20 grams of the urea present in 80 grams of the water. Aqueous is nothing but water. So therefore 20 grams of urea, WB equal to 20 grams. So what is the MB equal to? Urea 60 gram. Remember, urea and acetic acid both will have same molecular mass 60. Glucose 180. Okay, next. Then what is the WA equal to? Weight of the solvent. So weight of the solvent is, solution is 100 gram, right? Minus 20 gram. So you will get 80 gram, that is a solvent. WA equal to 80 gram. So substitute all, you will get answer. Four point one. Okay. Next. And do you remember where this molality is very commonly used in solution topics? In solution topic, where this is used? Do you remember? We have colligative properties. There are 4 colligative properties. 1, RLVP, relative lowering of vapor pressure. 2, elevation in boiling point. 3, depression in freezing point. 4, osmotic pressure, right? So in case of RLVP, relative lowering of vapor pressure, P0 minus P by P0, which is called RLVP, relative lowering of vapor pressure. This RLVP, P0 minus P by P0 is equals to mole fraction of solute, right? And elevation of boiling point, second one, delta TB. Delta TB is equals to Kb into molality. There molality is used. Delta TB equal to Kb into small m, molality. And delta TF, depression in freezing point, is equals to Kf into again molality. So therefore in elevation boiling point, depression freezing point, so both are directly proportional to molality, right? In solution topic, in these two formulas, we use molality very commonly, and this is mole fraction. And where osmotic pressure pi equal to, we have CRT. This C is equals to molar concentration, that is molarity, not molality, molar concentration, right? This is different, but these two related to molality, small letter m. Okay, next, right, molarity. Tell me, so what is molarity? The number of moles of solute present in or dissolved in 1 liter of solution or solvent? Solution. See, only molality is a solvent. Remaining all are in
Solution.
yes. So therefore here number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution, right? So number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity, capital M, right? It means, so what is the formula? Capital M is equals to number of moles of solute. It is Na na Nb na Nb solute, and dissolved in 1 liter of solution. So therefore it is a volume of solution, it should be liter. Okay, so therefore M is equals to N by V. V must be in liter. So where Nb equal to number of moles of solute. How do you calculate number of moles of solute? We have 3 formulas. Those 3 formulas we have to remember. Weight, number, volume. Next, V is equals to what? It is a volume of solution. It should be in liter. Next, molality also equal to Nb. Can I take Wb by Mb, weight of solute by molecular weight of solute, into, so this can also be taken 1000 by V in milliliter. Okay. Then next, so where this is important. Now tell you first is what is a unit?
Mole per liter.
So here it is a number of moles of solute Nb. It should be in liter. Therefore mole per liter is the unit of molarity. Next, now here you see the relation between molarity and number of moles. Can I take molarity into volume? It is nothing but number of moles of solute is equals to molarity multiply with volume. It should be in liter. So mole is equals to M into V, right? Suppose if it is milliliter given, tell me. Now this formula can also be written molarity is equals to Nb by, it is a V in ml, it should be multiply with 1000. You can write like this. Therefore, so here tell me number of moles of solute is equals to M into V divided by 1000. So therefore this should be what? Milliliter. Okay. Next. Okay, next is for dilution. For dilution, okay, what is the meaning of dilution?
Adding
When water is added to any concentrated solution. Right. When water is added to any concentrated solution, then how does molarity changes, or what is the molarity formula? For example, you just imagine it is a solution of sodium hydroxide. A solution of sodium hydroxide, its initial molarity is M1, okay, and its volume is V1 initially. Then we are adding water, okay. When water is added, of course its molarity changes, right? Its molarity changes. So let us take its molarity M2 and final volume is V2 after adding a water. Then how does this M1 and M2 is related? So there is a formula, M1 V1 is equals to M2 V2. Where what is M1 V1? It is a before dilution, right? M2 V2 is after dilution. So M1 V1 is before dilution, M2 V2 is a after dilution. Okay. Now here, why this formula? See, if you understand this, you will get very easily. Where here, you see this. Number of moles, right? Now why we have taken M1 V1 before, M1 V1 after? You just imagine number of moles of solute is nothing but M into V. Okay. So, before adding water, there is a number of moles, no? Number of moles, let us take something N1. Number of moles of sodium hydroxide N1. When? Before? Yes. After dilution, what happened? Number of moles?
changes.
Alright. Number of moles of sodium hydroxide N1 is. Number of moles of sodium hydroxide is N1. By adding water, can you get N2 is can you get sodium number of moles of sodium hydroxide double?
No, sir.
We are not adding sodium hydroxide. We are adding water. Right? So therefore, here is what NB. NB equal to M into V. Right? That means for dilution, is it number of moles of solute going to be changed? No. Because whatever, suppose if you add 10 grams of sodium hydroxide, beginning 10 grams of sodium hydroxide is added in 1 liter water. Imagine, beginning 10 grams of the sodium hydroxide is dissolved in 1 liter of water. You will get the molarity so and so, all right. Then I am adding 1 more liter of water. When you add 1 more liter of water, is it 10 gram become 20 gram sodium hydroxide? No. It means number of moles of sodium hydroxide will be same. It means N will be constant. Okay. Since N will be constant, that M into V, the product of M into V will be constant. Since product is constant, M1 V1 is equals to M2 V2. That's why I have taken that product. M1 V1, the product of molarity volume before dilution must be equals to product of molarity volume after dilution, because number of moles of solute does not change. This is the formula. All right. But sometime they ask, question is like this. They will give the M1, M2, they ask M2. Sorry, M1, V1 they will give, M2 they ask. Volume V2 also they will give. But here, what is the V2 here? V2 is equals to whether volume of final volume of solution or volume of water added. Final volume of solution, right? So this is the final volume. So therefore, V2 equal to final volume or after dilution, volume of solution after dilution. But actually we want what is the volume of water added. How do you calculate? volume of water added, H2O added equal to, so volume of water added equal to final volume minus initial volume. Final volume you have taken V2, initial is V1. Therefore, V2 minus V1, which gives a how much volume of water is added. Understand? Tell me answer. 0.5 capital M 250 ml HCl solution diluted to 500 ml. Okay, what is the molarity of the solution after dilution? So therefore, yeah, 0.5, this is what? Initial molarity, and 250 ml is what? Initial volume V1. Next, diluted to 500 ml, is it, shall I take V2 or volume of water added? V2 minus V1.
Volume of
The, whether
V2.
V2 diluted to, it means makeup, final makeup to what? 500. It means it is including water. So therefore, this is a V2, not
0.25.
0.25. So therefore, V1 M1 V1 equal to M2 V2, substitute all, you will get M2.
So 0.5 capital M.
This is capital M. Okay. Now same question. Sometime they ask what is the volume of water is added.
500, 250, sir. 500 minus 250.
So how much water should be added?
250.
Initial is 250, final is 500. So 500 minus 250, 250 ml of water should be added. One more question. .1 m, 500 ml sulfuric acid is diluted with 200 ml of water. Diluted with 200 ml of water. What is the molarity of
0.0.
final solution?
0.07.
0.07. Right, so here 0.1 m, what is this? Prajwal,
M1.
M1. This is
V1.
V1, volume of solution. Then which is diluted to 200 ml of water.
Diluted with, sir.
Diluted with 200 ml of water. It means, is it V2?
V2 minus.
This is a volume of water, right? So then V2 minus V1 is equals to 200 given this. Yes or no? So then what is the V2 become? V2 become, it is a 200 plus initial volume of water, how much? 500. So therefore you should take 700. Understand? 0.07. Okay. Next is normality. Effect of temperature. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. What is the effect of temperature on molarity? It is also previous question. Is there temperature effect on molarity? Say molarity formula is capital M equal to number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liter, right? So therefore in molarity formula, so volume is inversely proportional to this molarity. When temperature increases, tell me, when the temperature increases, what happens? Volume is increases. That means T is directly proportional to V. So when temperature increases, volume increases. When volume increases, molarity decreases. Therefore, M is, tell me, inversely proportional to temperature. Because V is directly proportional to temperature. As the temperature increases, volume increases. Volume increases, molarity decreases. Therefore, finally, as the temperature increases, molarity decreases. It is inversely proportional. So, no, this is the reason usually in titration solution, we studied in +1, +2 level qualitative analysis, semi-micro analysis, even titration. So during titration, usually we use sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, right, and sodium bicarbonate and potassium permanganate, right, potassium, then oxalic acid, etc., and ferrous ammonium sulfate, etc., right. In all these solutions usually prepared in molarity, right, molarity. Then the problem of preparing molarity is, one disadvantage is, if you prepare molarity, right, if you prepare it today, can you expect after 1-2 months same molarity? No, because when temperature variation will be there, along with temperature molarity changes. Even normality also changes, right? Molarity, normality both will changes with temperature. That's what. So you can prepare it molarity, but you cannot use for a long time. You can prepare 1-2 months can be used, but not like 1 year, 2 years. Okay, there will be a variation, particularly season to season variation will be there. Okay, small variation will be there. Fine. Next is normality. So what is normality and unit? Tell me, the number of gram equivalents of solute present in 1 liter of solution. Here we take number of gram equivalents, right? In molarity we take number of moles. See, molarity and normality both are exactly similar, but in molarity we take number of moles. Here number of gram equivalents, right? The number of gram equivalents of solute present in 1 liter of solution, right? Here number of gram equivalent of solute present in 1 liter of solution. So number of gram equivalent of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called what? Normality. So therefore normality equal to number of gram equivalents. You can write number of gram equivalents divided by volume of solution in liter. Tell me, what is the unit? Gram equivalents. It is by liter, right? So therefore it is a gram equivalents per liter. Next, What is the effect of temperature on normality? Same,
Inversely.
right? Because you see the volume here, volume is directly proportional to temperature. As the temperature increases, volume increases. Volume increases, normality decreases. Therefore, normality is inversely proportional to temperature. Right? Next, now we should know what is the number of gram equivalents. Tell me, number of gram equivalents. Can you tell me what is the number of mole? It is similar to mole. What is mole equal to? W by mb, right? What is the W? Weight of solute. Weight of solute divided by molecular weight of solute. So here also number of gram equivalent is weight of the solute divided by, here molecular weight of the solute, here we take equivalent weight of solute. That is a gram equivalent weight of solute. Weight by equivalent weight. Here weight by molecular weight. Right? So therefore weight of the solute by gram equivalent weight of solute. Then what is the gram equivalent weight? Nothing but equivalent weight. So yesterday we have studied gram equivalent weight is equals to molecular weight divided by what? Valency, acidity, basicity. In generally we use n factor. N factor. So n factor is nothing but, you can take it as a valency, acidity, basicity, or number of electron loss or gain, charge, etc., etc. That is n factor. Right? Yesterday we have studied this gram equivalent weight. So therefore, now tell me, can we write now normality is equals to, it is a number of gram equivalents. So therefore number of gram equivalent is what? Weight or divided by gram equivalent weight of solute into 1000 divided by V should be in milliliter. Yes or no? Okay. Now tell me, so normality equal to weight by gram equivalent weight. This gram equivalent weight can be written n equal to WB divided by gram equivalent weight. So gram equivalent weight equal to what? Gram equivalent molecular weight divided by n factor, no? I'll write n factor into, tell me, 1000 divided by V should be in milliliter. Now I want the relation. See, this is what? Weight by molecular weight is what? Number of moles. Very good. Therefore normality also equal to, it is number of mole into n factor, okay, into 1000 divided by V should be in milliliter. This is one formula. It means the relation between normality and number of moles. Okay? But do you remember, number of normality equal to, you bring V here, n into V into n factor, it is multiply with 100. Tell me, this n into V equal to what? M. Molarity. So therefore normality also equal to capital M, molarity. Yes or no? One something. Not. No, n into V, not here. N into V should be. This is n, no? Okay. No. I wanted to bring here n into V. No, can we?
Yes.
So therefore, now tell me, n into V, normality into volume, is also equal to what? N factor into N into ಬರಿಬೋದಾ? N factor into 1000. This should be in ml, milliliter, right? Okay. Next. So what is the relation between molarity and normality? Relation between molarity and normality. Tell me, so what is the relation between molarity and normality? Molarity, capital M is equals to weight by weight by molecular weight, right? Into 1000 divided by V in ml. What is the normality equal to? Weight by gram equivalent weight into 1000 divided by V in ml. Then take molarity by normality. What will cancel? This will cancel. So WB also cancelled. Gram equivalent weight by MB. Right? Gram equivalent by MB. But gram equivalent weight equal to what? N. Gram equivalent weight is what? Yes. Molecular weight by N factor. Nothing but valency, no? And yes or no? So therefore, now tell me, it is molarity by normality equal to 1 by N factor. Then actually I want normality. Normality equal to N factor into molarity. Important. If you know the molarity, you can calculate normality, or normality can be in turn converted to molarity. What should be known? N factor. So what is N factor? Valency, acidity, basicity, etc. Right? For example, (0.02% H2SO4 solution). Okay, it is capital M. 0.02 capital M sulfuric acid solution is given. Then what is its normality? What they have given? 0.02 capital M. What is capital M? Molarity. So molarity is given to calculate what? Normality. So how do you calculate normality? Normality is equals to N factor into molarity.
0.0.
Okay. Yes or no? So what is N factor?
2.
N factor is 2 because basicity. For sulfuric acid, basicity is 2. So therefore, normality equal to 2 into molarity. Okay, 2 into 0.02. Okay. Similarly, now tell me where this normality is used and what is important of normality. So the most important of normality is in equilibrium, chemical equilibrium. We study pH, calculation of pH. Do you remember? So in the calculation of pH, what is the pH equal to? Minus log H plus, right? What is the pOH equal to? Minus log OH minus ion concentration. So to calculate pH and pOH, okay, pH and pOH, we need to know H plus ion concentration and OH minus ion concentration. So remember, for acid, H plus ion concentration is always equal to normality. Important. It is equal to normality. It means in question given that 0.02 m sulfuric acid solution is given. Okay, what they have given here? Molarity. Molarity given, this molarity converted into normality. This normality equal to H plus. Then you can calculate pH in that way. So H plus ion concentration is equals to normality but not molarity in case of what? Acids. That is strong acids. Next, similarly, OH minus ion concentration also equal to normality. It is in case of strong bases. So therefore, this interconversion has importance in chemical equilibrium to calculate pH and pOH. Okay. Similarly, this question was appeared neat. It's given that 0.05 capital M potassium dichromate. It was actually question. You just tell me answer for this only. K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium. Okay. Question started with this sentence: 0.05 m capital M potassium dichromate in acidic medium is titrated with so and so given. But here I want what is the molarity is given, what is the normality of this potassium dichromate. How do you calculate normality? Its molarity given, we should calculate normality. Normality is equals to n factor into molarity. Then normality is equals to n factor. So what is the n factor for?
M by 6.
No. M by 6 is equivalent weight. What is the n factor? Number of electron loss, number of electron gain. 6. Right? Number of electron loss, number of electron gain. 6 electrons, no. Potassium dichromate in last class I have given equation 6 into molarity is 0.05. Then you can get answer in that way. Okay. In that way it is important. Right? And next is there are two very important concepts related to this. One is a dilution, second one is in neutralization reaction. Let us see first dilution. For dilution, what is the formula related to normality? Like similar to molarity, normality also N1V1, it is a before dilution, which is equals to N2V2, it is after dilution. N1V1 equal to N2V2. Same way, N1 is a before dilution normality, N2 is normality after dilution, V1 is before dilution volume, V2 is after dilution volume. Then what is the volume of water added? V2 minus V1. That will be same. Okay. Then the most important is for neutralization reactions. Neutralization reaction or reaction between oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Reducing agent reactions. Acid base reactions, nothing but notation. So what is the formula? For acid and base reactions or oxidizing reducing agent reactions, remember number of gram equivalents of acid is always equal to number of gram equivalents of base. Okay, for acid, for base. Even you can take for oxidizing, reducing agent, same formula. So number of gram equivalents of acid always combines with the number of gram equivalent of base. The same thing we have studied yesterday also. Number of gram equivalent of one element is always combined with number of gram equivalent of the same. Okay, now tell me, we should know what is the number of gram equivalents. So here only written somewhere, and tell me, number of gram, what is the normality? Normality is equals to, tell me, number of gram equivalents divided by V should be liter. Therefore, can I take number of gram equivalents is equals to, tell me, equivalents equal to normality into volume, it should be in liter. Yes or no? It means N into V, it should be liter. So therefore, now this formula can be changed. Number of gram equivalent of acid, it means N into V acid is always equal to N into V base. It is for acid base reactions. Next, if it is in case of oxidizing reducing, N into V oxidizing agent is always equal to N into V reducing agent. Right? Understand? Tell me. Now I wanted to change this N into V other form. So N into V, can I write normality is equals to N factor into molarity? Yes or no? This N can be written N factor into M molarity. This V will be same oxidizing agent, which is equals to N factor, tell me, into M into V reducing agent. So this is in terms of molarity. Right? In the question is given molarity, then use this formula. Okay? Now I want in terms of weight. And tell me, in terms of weight, can we take normality is equals to what? Or else, see, weight we'll see later. M into V, tell me, what is M into V?
N.
What N? Number of moles. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? check otherwise ನೋಡಿ, M into V is mole, right? Number of moles, right? So therefore, in terms of mole, N factor into mole, it is oxidizing agent, is equals to N factor into mole, right? It is what? Reducing agent. So it is in terms of mole. Now I want in terms of mass. Tell me, in terms of mass, N factor, let it be as it is.
Weight by
Yes, what is the N is? Weight by
gram molecule.
weight by gram molecular weight means, can I take MB? Yes or no? This is oxidizing agent, which is also equal to N factor into weight by gram molecular weight of reducing agent. Right? So this is 1, it is 2, it is 3, it is 4.